Layer 1, also known as the platform layer. We are currently located in the foundation of the house, or foundations of the different houses in our neighborhood. But what is specific about the foundation? Well, it can exist without all the other layers. It doesn't need the tunnel to be built. It doesn't need the house on top or the roof. And this is very important to notice because the infrastructure, the Web3 architecture, can rely solely and can be built solely of platform layer. So when we think about layer 1, we can also think about words like blockchain, Ethereum, cryptocurrency, decentralization, Bitcoin, smart contracts, or databases. But what's actually in layer 1? This is the layer where the chains live. Blockchains like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, or the other blockchains we already mentioned before. What goes on in layer 1? Well, it stores the transaction history. If you remember the chain of blocks that we mentioned in the first module, they all contain the transaction history of the entire blockchain. Moreover, anyone can access the data. Let's go back to the Etherscan and the fact that users without any technical experience can actually have a look at each transaction and the details of each block. Moreover, this is where the consensus mechanisms are executed because this is where new blocks are mined. So new blocks are created. And lastly, blockchains, so layer 1, stores the logical set of rules which are encoded in smart contracts. And we will talk about smart contracts in the next module in detail. As for examples, let's talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. Bitcoin is the blockchain which allows the transfer of value, which is either monetary or it contains information. And B2C, also known as Bitcoin, is the native token, the native currency of this chain. When it comes to Ethereum, this is the first blockchain to implement some kind of decentralized computer of the world. Think about that network of nodes spread all over the space that communicate together. Each of them holds the entire history of transactions, so it can serve as a ledger holding the records of what has happened over time. But also, this network allows compilation of code. Compilation of code means transformation of the code so that the computers can actually use it and execute it. Thanks to that, EVM, Ethereum Virtual Machine, allows developers to build interactive applications on top of it, like, for example, OpenSea that we've just seen. And then lastly, Solana. Solana is focusing on the speed and is able to process 3,400 transactions per second, which is quite a lot when you compare it to Ethereum, which can process 15 transactions on average.